Now on the slide, it says vas deferens. And then you'll get out your book and you'll see what it looks like. But really, it's the whole spermatochore. So let me turn on that light here. Let me go to 20x. So this is all spermatochore. The question is, can you find the vas deferens inside it? I see it immediately. Can you see it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? It's this one. This is the one. That's the vas deferens. So one thing I would ask is, identify structure, vas deferens, or ductus deferens. The question is, how do you identify this? You know, let's go closer. The vas deferens is designed to transport sperm. I see stuff in the lumen. What do you think that is?
Blood
Sperm.
or sperm.
Gotta be, can't be anything else. Sometimes it'll be empty, sometimes it'll have sperm in it. Depends which slide you grab. I don't know. That's spermatozoa. See the epithelium? What's all this? Identify that tissue type. It looks smooth. That's a hint. Smooth muscle. You don't have erectile tissue in the penis. In the vas deferens, expect to see a lot of smooth muscle, because remember, it has to peristaltically push that sperm to the ejaculatory duct. Okay. So I guess questions I could ask: identify tissue. What about that tissue? Definitely some stereocilia there. Push that sperm along. Yeah, that looks pseudostratified to me. So let's say pseudostratified columnar epithelial tissue with stereocilia, not regular cilia, stereocilia. It's like the improved version of cilia. So be able to identify the smooth muscle. That's important. I mean, that's important with the function of the tube. It's got to push the sperm along. Identify this epithelium here. It's kind of like a pseudo-stratified columnar epithelial tissue with stereocilia. I guess I could point to that. Say identify. You want to say spermatozoa, not sperm. That's a lay term. Okay, so that's for just one cut tube. Its function is just to transport. Okay. Go. Okay, let's look at the epididymis. Do I have epididymis on here?
Yes, you do.
No, I have rat testes.
Oh.
I forget what I have on the study guide.
You have epididymis.
Okay, do I have rat testes on the study guide?
No.
Okay, let's excommunicate that. D-I-D-Y-M-I-S. C-A-R. Now, what is the structure? I removed it, but what is the structure inside the testes that makes the sperm? Seminiferous tubules. Interstitial cells are important. They do make testosterone. But a lot of students put seminiferous tubule for epididymis as a mistake. oh, look, a bunch of cut tubes. Therefore, it's seminiferous tubule. No, it's not. It's different. It's the epididymis. Okay, well, anyways, I see a bunch of cut tubes. Remember, the epididymis is supercoiled. When you stretch it out, I mentioned how long it was in lecture. I can't remember off the top of my head. The vas deferens was how many tubes? One cut tube. I mean, this is one cut tube, but it's like supercoiled. So when you cut through the supercoiled, you see a bunch of cut tubes. This is the epididymis. So what's that? Sperm. Remember, this is kind of a storage site for sperm. For males who get a vasectomy, I guess they just kind of die here. They never get out of the epididymis. Okay. So let's take a closer look. This is 40X. So a question I would ask in this magnification, identify epididymis. Don't put seminiferous tubule. I know some of you will. It's inevitable. It happens every year. Can't get that one over on you. I'm going to get a 400X to look at the epithelium. It looks like the same as before, some kind of pseudostratified columnar epithelium with stereocilia. Stereocilia seems to be the hallmark of the male duct system, the beat sperm wall. Okay. And I'm not big on if you put pseudostratified columnar or just simple columnar. I don't think I deduct points depending. It might show. It may look different depending on what slide I grab. Okay. But if you put some kind of columnar, I figure you're close enough. I'll just give you credit. If I ask you to identify the tissue. Now, if you look at the wall, I mean, there's not a lot of smooth muscle, right? Remember the vas deferens, how thick that smooth muscle layer was? I mean, that's another clue to me that the function of the epididymis isn't necessarily for transport. Otherwise, it'd have more smooth muscle, because smooth muscle is good at that. This is more for storage of the sperm that get out of the testicle. Stored there and okay, so that's it. Cross section. So for the penis, here's what you should be able to identify here. Let's go back to 20X. So there's a lot of stuff here. This is a mammal penis. I don't know which mammal. But what I want you to spot is the erectile penis. This is the penis. I want to ask identify penis. I want to ask that. I will ask for the erectile tissues, which are pora cavernosa. You got two dorsal bodies. You have corpus spongiosum, which envelops the spongy urethra. One, okay. I'm writing as a notation for you surrounds spongy urethra. So in a cross section, look for the lumen. The lumen, basically, this is the genital urinary tract. Okay, its epithelium should be transitional. Transitional epithelium. Remember that one? I can ask you that, I guess. Epithelial tissue. Okay, so let me point this stuff out to you. Maybe you spotted the two Port cavernosa. One, oh, gosh,
No.
Corpus spongiosum, so what's that, lumen? Spongy
urethra.
urethra. Definitely put spongy urethra. It's through the penis. Let's go highlight it. So we can look at the transitional epithelium. There it is right there at 100x. Let's go to 400. That's transitional epithelium. It's very it's like stratified cube oil. It's transitional between like a stratified cube oil and a columnar. So, I can point to this, identify tissue, transitional. So that's it for the histology. Not too bad, I think. Now if you have your half sheet and I got this set up, let's